I went camping. I went motorhoming. We paid like £800. 800 to rent a motorhome for not even 3 full days. 800 quid. We had to pick it up at 6 p.m. on the Thursday, and then he expected it back on Sunday morning at 10 a.m., right? Not even 3 days. £800. And I know some of you might be a bit confused because, not everyone's au fait with Airbnb and with rentals like this that you get off the internet, like the terms and conditions. What do you get for that daily rental fee? What sits outside of the terms and conditions? So let me just clarify for you. I can confirm right now that for £800, you do not get a blowjob thrown in, which was actually very surprising for me because I would have thought for £800 I would expect a blowjob to be thrown in. So anyway, what happened? So we go to pick up this thing, right? And we've got 2 tired, ratty kids, and all of our friends are already in this campsite. They've been there since 3 p.m. So we are the late ones. We're already late by this point. And the guy, as I'm picking it up, I get the keys, and he's like, have you ever driven a motorhome before? And I'm like, no, but I did have a camper van in Australia like 20 years ago, so I think I'll be all right. He's like, have you ever driven an automatic before? I'm like, no, but it's supposed to be easier, right, than a manual transmission, so it's probably be okay, I would have thought. Like, not even I think that I'm gonna be okay in this fucking motorhome in the sheets of rain that are blasting down. By the way, the weather is atrocious. Just blasting down rain. There's gale force winds. And this is his pride and joy, this guy that's renting his motorhome to me. This is his £70,000 motorhome. We looked it up. 70 grand for one of these things. And I'm renting it, and neither one of us have any confidence that I am fit to drive it. It's just none. Have you ever driven an automatic motorhome, £70,000? No, never. But I'll get the hang of it. Right, okay, here's the keys. So we sort out the deposit, and because he wants his £800, and I need I need to put myself in this perilous position, basically, of this car that I am unfit to drive. I need to do that because by this point, my kids are grumpy and playing up, and my girlfriend just wants to get down there and settled. And this is the thing that wilds me out about this sort of situation. Is like my girlfriend will badger me something chronic, right, for being foolhardy and impatient and just barging into things without prep and due care. Like, why do you just have to barge into things? Why? You're so impatient. You're the most impatient person I've ever met. There's a lot of that. Barging into things without due care and preparation aid. But honestly, I think if I had stood back at that point... Have you ever driven a motorhome before? No. Have you ever driven an automatic? No. Have you seen the weather forecast? Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Are you feeling confident? I think if I had stood back at that point and said... Do you know what? I've reconsidered this, love, and I don't think I am a fit and proper person to be driving this particular vehicle in these conditions. I honestly think it might have broken us. It might have. She'd be like, are you joking? Could you just strap on a pair? Then it would be a plus sign. Then it would be like, but why can't you just barge straight in, just take the keys, give it a go, no prep? I reckon if I had said, on second thoughts, on reflection, I think this is an unwise idea for me to be... I think that would have ended our relationship. I think that could have caused problems for us. Anyway, so I take the keys, and I'm gradually getting used to the automatic. By getting used to the automatic, actually what I mean is I've awkwardly stopped and stalled this fucking thing, like right in the middle lane of a roundabout. of a busy middle, and it's 6 o'clock, it's like rush hour, and I'm just like, I don't know why it's not working, it won't start. Like, I'm just panicking and fretting. I'm getting used to it, is what I'm doing. Like, I'm basically learning to drive again in real time. Except this time I'm not 17. I'm not excited about learning to drive. I'm 43 years old and trembling, and I've got 2 tired, ratty kids in the back. And then add on the male fragility layers to this of being sat next to my girlfriend, you know, and wondering if I'm going to get criticised for my bad driving, you know, when you're sat next to your wife or your girlfriend and you just feel self-conscious. You should be able to drive. You're the man and all that. And then add to that the fear that, you know, wondering if maybe, am I going to get us down there in one piece? This is a 2-hour drive. Am I going to get us down there in one piece? Or is this family holiday actually going to be my girlfriend trying to make A&E a bit fun and silly? Because that's where the kids are going to spend a week. So anyway, we're driving down there. There's sheets of rain. There's winds just blasting. And we are in this beige as fuck camper van motorhome thing rattling down the M25 to Sussex. Like, if you panned out seeing us on this thing, on this motorway with the sheets of rain and the storms, and if you panned out and looked at us rattling down the motorway in this beige camper van with the stormy rain and the gas, we must have looked like Scooby-Doo or some shit, complete with me looking terrified up the front at the wheel, just juddering along in this thing, trembling, driving like somebody's terrified grandma doing just over 30 in the slow lane. You know, when you drive past somebody's old grove, oh no, I shouldn't be driving. Just hand over the keys, mum. You already have the bus pass. So, we get down there. We pull up. We're relieved. We've made it. It's time to, you know, what do you do when you pull up at the campsite with your friends and stuff? It's time to pull up some deck chairs, right? Decking chair, or like camping chairs. That's the word that I'm looking for. Pull up your camping chairs, crack open a tinny or get a cup of tea, or, you know, whatever it is that you do. Just sit there and get to know each other and catch up and talk about all the things from the last year since the last time that you all saw each other and did this. We're there. We're relieved. We're ready to get settled and catch up. But that's when my girlfriend realizes that she has forgotten the most important bag. Okay, the most important bag that she had to pack. It's this black rucksack thing, and it's apparently got medication, it's got makeup, it's got her pants for the week. It's got everything in there. Everything. It's like a TARDIS. How did you fit so much shit in that tiny little black rucksack? I don't understand the physics of this. Because you've got everything in there, and understandably, right, she's quite upset about this. And I'm just doing that thing that, you know, boyfriends and husbands do, where we're like, oh, here we go. Let's start the like, I've got a little imaginary chess clock next to me, and just tap that. Start the countdown to when this definitely becomes my fault. This is guaranteed. Somehow it's not my bag. I didn't pack it. But somehow this is going to end up being my fault. Like, I don't want to sound, you know, chauvinistic or misogynist or unsympathetic or callous. I understand the frustration. It's upsetting. It's embarrassing to have forgotten your things. I get that. It's annoying to have messed up. To have left the house without your most vital possessions for the next couple of days, right? I understand that. But how or why this is down to me is a magic trick. I just don't understand it. It just won't make sense to me. I've tried. It doesn't compute. Like, I love my girlfriend. I truly do. To the ends of the earth. Fantastic mother. Great girlfriend, inspiring, You know, she's changed me. I'm not even fucking about. She's changed me in immeasurable ways for which I will forever be grateful to her for. But her ability to move the blame like it's some fucking slow-mo martial arts movie shit is just incredible. It's a slow precision operation, professionally executed. But my girlfriend should be a crooked detective in a low-budget, mid-90s cop thriller, you know? Trying to frame gang murders on a liquored-up homeless guy, like, oh, just confess it already, all right? You drank the whiskey and you pushed Mr. Brown into the road. That's what happened. Just sign the confession already. You know, and the liquored-up homeless guy's like, oh, maybe I did. I can't remember. Maybe I done killed Mr. Brown. And the detective's like, all right, that's the spirit, son. Get the paperwork, book 'em. That's my girlfriend. She can apply pressure and outsource and channel her guilt until it gets to the point where I'm just like, oh, maybe I did pack the bag. Maybe I forgot the bag. Or maybe I did do the terrible thing. I mean, fuck Isabel Oakeshott, right? My girlfriend should be a ghostwriter for shit celebrities because she'd get a guilty confession out of anyone. I promise you. So, what happened next? She's lost the bag. There's no makeup. There's no meds. I'm there doing the guy thing. I'm throwing solutions to problems, guys. Like, that's what she wants to hear. She doesn't want to hear that at all. No woman in that situation wants you to offer her solutions. They just want you to shut your mouth. Just close your noise hole, Aid. And just listen to your blame. and then after that, we can arrive at the pre-prepared solution, right? Which is to drive all the way home again that same night in the gale force winds and the sheets of rain and knackered kids in this vehicle that you're not fit to drive. This is the plan. You're going to drive all the way home, another 2.5 hours to get back home to pick up the bag that you said that you had packed, Aid. And you're like, did I? Did I say that I brought the bag, really? That I didn't even know existed until we had this argument? Like, why would I say that I've packed everything? Why would I say that? I don't know what you've packed, what you didn't pack. Oh, well, that's definitely what you said, Aid. You absolutely said that as we were leaving the house. And then you're like, well, sorry if you heard me say that, because I actually did not say that. So now we actually have two problems, don't we? You hearing voices and the missing bag of makeup and pants and medication for the weekend.